All right, guys, I think we are live. I've got a bunch of people jumping in. Before I start, I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. If you can hear me, throw it up in the comments really quick that you can hear me. We're going to start in about 30 seconds. I need some theme music. Can you hear me? Let me know before we begin. Cool. Guys, Multifamily Mafia, Jordan Stanley Payne, episode 55. If you do not know me, you're crazy and you're probably not very active on social media. But I've been investing in real estate for several years now. I'm out of Montana, small town. Started with wholesaling, did well. After that, about 10 months of that, I dove into buy and hold. Since then, I've built a very large portfolio using that of my own money. I do this show because I am sick of the bullshit. So this is not going to be prime. This is not going to be proper. This is not going to be formal. I'm going to give you guys some real shit today, and I hope that you learn something from it. So guys, a little bit of housekeeping before we dive into the topic today. We have a TV channel now. If you want to check out the TV channel, go to our Instagram profile at The Kingdom Real Estate. You will see an icon for IGTV. We've got, close to 20 episodes out now. So I'm excited about that. It's fun. I get to show you guys real stuff. I've been showing you guys the 14-unit property that I've been working on for a couple weeks now. IGTV at The Kingdom Real Estate. You're going to see me on there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bunch of people jumping in. Tom, Veronica, Seeley, Taylor, good to see you guys. What else do we have going on? Guys, if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy this message, if you are on board with the vision, I need you to share this broadcast for me right now. There are people in your life, there are people on your timeline, on your Facebook that need to hear this message. So if you guys support the content, if you support me, share the broadcast for me really quick. Again, there's people that need to hear this. There's people that need to hear real estate, not just the surface level BS that you find in a lot of groups and on YouTube and on Google. So do that for me really quick. I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds to do that. If you're sharing it, throw up a hashtag shared for me so I know what's going on. We're about to start. A couple seconds here. Taylor, thank you so much. Taylor's legacy. If you guys don't know Taylor Pugh, you're missing out. Taylor's legacy is about to get a little bit bigger. I'm excited for you, brother. Guys, we talk about generational wealth a lot on this show, in the Kingdom, in Jordan Payne Network, in all of the different avenues that I'm involved in. We talk about generational wealth. Generational wealth goes beyond you. You take the selflessness out of it, it goes beyond you. It's a lot of fun to see that happen. It's a lot of fun to see people that are not so focused on just doing one deal. Or I just want to make a $5,000 check. I just want to do one deal and I'm going to be happy. We talk about generational wealth. That goes beyond me. So I'm not selfish. I'm not just focused on me. I'm not just focused on going out and buying a nice car or a nice penthouse apartment. I want to see generational wealth, something that goes on beyond me. In my family, the Payne family, the generations before me never established a legacy like that. So that's what I'm excited about. Taylor, I'm stoked for you. Tom, appreciate it. Veronica, appreciate it. Marco, good to see you. So what I want to talk about today is something that's been driving me insane. This is a topic that, again, it might not be brand new to you. For some of you, it might. But what I want to talk about today is something that I heard from a friend of mine a while ago. His name's Tyler Sheff. So what I heard from Tyler Sheff was diagnosis without proper examination is malpractice. I'm going to say that one more time. Diagnosis without proper examination is malpractice. We see that a lot in the medical field, right? If I go into the doctor and I say, hey, I've got a headache, and he cuts off my arm without offering me an aspirin or seeing why I have a headache, that is malpractice, right? Yet people do that in real estate 24/7. Jordan, I'm a lease option guy. All I do is lease options. Jordan, I'm a subject to guy. Jordan, I'm a wholesaler. Jordan, I'm just a flipper. You are making a diagnosis on your customer that you're supposed to be serving before you've done a proper examination of what they actually need. So it blows my mind. It really does when people say, oh, I just do lease options. How do you know that lease option is the best solution for that seller without diving deeper and spending time with them, asking them the right questions to know that a lease option is the right option? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they focus in on one thing. I'm only going to do this. This is all I study. This is all I learn. This is all I know. And by golly, I'm going to try to jam that strategy down every single seller's throat. It's got to be a lease option. It's got to be a lease option. It's got to be a lease option. It's got to be wholesale. It's got to be buy and hold. Guys, that is ass backwards, right? See what I'm saying? My recommendation, what I teach people in the Kingdom Real Estate alongside 3 other phenomenal mentors, is you've got to listen. Again, this is stuff that I've learned from other people. I'm sharing this because it's impacted my life as well. When you talk to a seller, you don't just get the bed and the bath and the square footage and how many repairs it needs. That's amateur hour. That's going to get you enough information to run a freaking formula. So many people in so many groups on Facebook, they're obsessed with a formula. It's got to be ARV times 0.70 minus rehab minus this and this and this and divided by square root of 53. Like, what the hell are you doing? How do you know that formula solves the seller's problem adequately? You don't. So why did you learn that formula? It's because a guru taught you, is it not? That's why. A guru taught you a formula because that's probably all they knew. Sorry, that's the honest truth. You guys are watching this to get the honest truth. That is the honest truth. When I talk to a seller, there's a couple things that I need to understand before I can run any number, before I can have any kind of a deal analysis, before I can pull out my spreadsheet, before I even have a clue what strategy to approach them with. I've got to get all of the information. Sir, why are you selling such a beautiful property? It looks great. Just looking to cash out. Understood. Why are you just looking to cash out? Is there something significant that you need to do with that money? I've got to know why, and I've got to know what. Why are you selling? What are you going to do with the money? If I can understand both of those things, I can create and craft the right offer. I don't know if it's going to be lease option or subject to or owner financing, or if I'm going to pull in private money, or if I'm going to use a bank, or if it's not the right deal for me and I'm going to wholesale it, or I'm going to refer it over to one of my guys flipping, or even I'm going to refer it to my real estate agent that's going to list it. I don't know yet until I've done my proper due diligence and found out the actual pain point. Jordan, that's none of your business, Jordan. How many of you guys have heard that? Be honest. How many of you heard, well, why do you care what I'm going to do with the money? Sir, because I want to give you the best possible option, period. And I need to understand your situation. I'm going to give you guys a couple examples. Just give me a script to do the deal. A lot of people, they want that, right? Just give me the damn script. Just give me the formula. That now we've got a bunch of robots that are reading from a piece of paper. Hi, my name is Jordan. It's nice to meet you. How many beds does the property, right? Guys, you're not a freaking robot. Transactional versus relational. Butt up against each other, relational will always win. That's why I kick ass in my market, is because I'm relational. I take the time to talk to people and understand what's going on. I'm going to give you guys a couple examples here really quick. These are actual deals that I have done or people in the Kingdom Real Estate have done. One of them, I just shared this in a blog post that we just did. One of them, when we found the root of the problem, the seller was selling for $200,000 because he wanted to pay off a medical judgment. The medical judgment was like $50,000. Math doesn't add up, does it? The property was a headache for them. They didn't want to deal with it. They were too old to deal with it. They had this medical judgment hanging over their head. When we get down to the root of the problem, sir, if I could take care of the medical judgment for you, and give you some money to move. I think that was part of the problem. Medical judgment, I need to move. If I could take care of the medical judgment and help you move, would you be interested in pursuing a solution with me? Guy said yes. The guy said yes. Medical judgments can be negotiated. They can be assumed and negotiated for hundreds of dollars a month. You can negotiate that. So instead of $200,000, the deal was more like $10,000 and $200 a month to pay for the medical judgment. If you would have ran your formula, that deal would not have happened. If you would have listened to your guru, that deal wouldn't have happened. If you tried to jam a lease option down his throat, it wouldn't have happened. If you tried to jam a subject to down his throat, that wouldn't have happened. So guys, you've got to take the time and you've got to be willing to understand the actual pain point that somebody is going through. Here's another one. This property was a multifamily property. It was an 8-plex that I did a year and a half ago. Why are you selling? What's the true pain point? What's the true desire? I didn't know yet if it was wholesale lease option subject to owner financing, blah, blah, blah. Grandma needs to go to a nursing home and I need money because it's going to cost me, I don't know, something like $3,000 a month. Ma'am, if I could take care of grandma for the rest of her life, and then after that continue to pay you several $1,000s a month, is this something that you would be interested in pursuing with me? She said, oh my God, that would be such a help. Did the deal. A couple $1,000s a month. Does that make sense? Guys, give me a thumbs up. Give me a yes if you understand, if we're on the same page so far. If you have questions, throw them up in the chat. I'm going to get those in a second. Tom says, Tyler's a cool dude. I agree. Dustin said, many don't look at the need of the seller before diagnosing, solving a problem. This is really prevalent with wholesalers. If you're a wholesaler, I'm sorry. Gosh darn it, I'm a wholesaler. I'm going to wholesale this deal no matter what. You guys, you're missing out on so many opportunities to create generational wealth. You're so focused on the fact that you need $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000. You're missing out on generational wealth. Wealth that would impact you, kids, grandkids, great-grandkids. Because I'm a wholesaler. And I'm a wholesaler because I need money. And I need money because I'm broke. And I'm broke because I haven't worked on my mindset. And I haven't worked on my mindset. Guys, it goes on and on and on and on. It's a vicious cycle. If you would have stopped wholesaling, you would have been financially free years ago. It's a vicious cycle. Jordan, I need money to buy and hold. Keep on thinking that, buddy. Michelle nailed it. Creativity doesn't always take money. Guys, I have a multi-million-dollar portfolio. I've never used a penny of my own money. I did that by applying the topic that we're talking about today. For any of you guys that are jumping in late, the topic today is diagnosis without a proper examination is malpractice. Many of you are out operating with malpractice. You should not be giving diagnoses to sellers yet. You're not qualified to do that yet if you haven't done a proper examination. Makes sense, yeah? Calvin, Jeremy, appreciate it. Guys, what questions do you have about gathering information when you're talking to a seller? What happens if they won't give you the information? What happens if they tell you to fuck off? What happens if they tell you that, look, dude, that's not appropriate to ask me? Do you guys understand how to deal with these objections? If you don't, you're going to struggle. If you're reading a script, you're going to struggle. For everybody jumping in, do me a favor, share the broadcast really quick if you can. I want people to hear this so that they can do more deals. People listen to Multifamily Mafia. We just hit, we're on episode 55. We just hit 30,000 downloads. Show's been live a couple months. People listen to this show because they want the real truth and not the prime and proper, cute, cuddly, rainbow unicorn Skittles version that so many people give them. If you like that, share the content for me so more people can get the truth. William says next, if they will not give you information, if they will not engage in a conversation, William, I think you would agree that person doesn't need your help. At least they don't believe they need your help. I am only willing to work with people that I can help. I'm only willing to work with sellers that I can bless. I'm only willing to work with buyers that I can bless. If I can't be a blessing to you, we're not going to do a deal. In my mind, helping people, blessing people, impacting people's lives is on a higher scale than just making money. I can make money any day I want. I wake up in the morning, have a cigarette and a cup of coffee. I can make money if I choose to. Helping people is on a higher scale than money for me. If we can't do a deal, if you don't have a problem, I can't give you a solution. So just like William said, next. There's like, 7 billion people on the planet? There's a lot of people that I can help. There's a lot of people that you guys can help. Can always count on me to keep it real. Appreciate it. Anthony, good to see you, man. Dustin's got a question. I'm going to answer this really quick. In your experience, have you ever ran into a seller where you've provided all of the best options and they still aren't satisfied? Do you cut your loss, time follow up later, or continue pursuing? So, guys, there's definitely an element. Excuse me. There's definitely an element of follow up. So, Dustin, to your question, I try to present the solution that will solve their problem. So again, I gather the information, I look at it, I analyze it, I run it through a couple different spreadsheets that I have. I look at the numbers, I look at the data, and then I say, Dustin, based on what you've told me, based on your property, based on your need, this is the best solution, and here's why. Now, if they say, whatever, dude, I'm just going to go sell it for cash, there's not much I can do for them at that point. Now, I will still follow up, right? Because maybe I can help them in a week or 2 weeks or 5 weeks or a month. I've had sellers that have called me a year after the fact that I had a conversation with them. So definitely follow up. If you can't bring value, it's better to bring nothing. I agree with that. Sometimes your best product is no. Absolutely. Stop running around thinking you know what their problem is. I can't read minds. If any of you guys can, maybe you should come work for me. I don't know. I can't read minds. Most of you guys can't read minds. Maybe some of you can. Guys, we don't know what they need until we find out. I've had a guy that I just can't deal with the taxes. I've done a deal that way. I just can't deal with the maintenance. I've done a deal that way. Offering people cash is one out of like 17 different solutions that you could provide for somebody. So guys, when I see you saying, I buy houses cash, damn it, I buy houses cash, you're focusing on one solution. I never say that shit. I never use my own money. I never pay cash. I never advertise I pay cash. You guys see the bandit signs and you see the postcards and the yellow letters and the posts and wholesaling houses full-time and all these different groups. I buy houses cash. You're missing out on the 16 other solutions that you could provide for somebody. You're better off saying I solve problems and I've got 16 or 17 different problems. This statement, we buy houses cash, I buy houses cash, with the S as a dollar sign. You guys seen those? Yellow with black letters. That's 33 years old. That copywriting is 33 years old. It's a limiting belief. It's bullshit. People are beginning to see that as a scam. I solve problems. I have solutions. I have a team of people backing me that specialize in different areas of real estate. Because of that, I can solve your problem in one of 17 different ways. That's better than saying I provide one thing and it's cash. What if cash is the worst possible solution for that seller? What if cash will damage that seller? What if you are damaging and hurting a seller because of a limiting belief that you have to say I buy houses cash? Blows my mind. Paul says the fortune's in the follow-up. Seeley said, just told our social media guy, do not put we buy houses cash. Awesome. Paying cash is for the weak. Paying cash is for people that are uneducated. Paying cash is for people that don't have financial literacy. I offer ABC. Exactly. If cash is the best possible solution for my seller, am I gonna pass up that opportunity? What do you guys think? Dustin, yeah, not everybody can be as handsome as William. Chantel says, I buy houses creatively. Awesome. I know I should do a subject to on a property, but I don't have any money to give the seller. Dude, that's a limiting belief. Dominic, you've got to say, I don't have. I can't. I won't. You've got to stop saying that. Personally, you may struggle with the availability of money. That doesn't mean that you don't have money. What do I present to get a private lender? Guys, there's no presentation. There's no script. There's no formula. Private money, you want to know what I do? Exact same thing I've been talking about for the last 20 minutes. How can I help you? How can I bless you? What problem do you have? My private money people don't know they're private money people. A lot of these people who got fired from a job years ago, they don't understand that they have private money. They have an old 401k from a previous job. They're not educated. I educate people. They have an IRA that it's not getting the return they want. They're investing in the stock market and they hate it because they have absolutely no control. So, Dominique, I do the exact same thing. How can I help you? How can I bless you? I ask them about 55 questions before I know if they are the right private money person to partner with. Second point of that statement. There is no, somebody asked this in REI Masters the other day. What's a good rate to give a private money lender? You're looking at it wrong. It's completely backwards. What can the deal afford to pay a private money partner? What solution would help a private money partner? Do those two line up? If yes, you can do a deal. If the deal can only afford 4% and you're running around offering 9%, you're not going to do a deal. Guys, we've got to get back to the basis. We got to get back to financial IQ and financial literacy. Rather than consuming bullshit in all these different Facebook groups and on YouTube and the flash in the pan weekend seminar where, hey, rush to the back of the room and let's max out your credit card. Those are the limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck. I'm not talking to Dominique. I'm referring to everybody right now. We got to get back to how can I bless you? How can I add value to you? How can I be a blessing? I started asking that question about 2 years ago. Hey, how can I bless you? Who can I bless today? Who can I? Guys, I did that for like 2 years straight, 700 and some odd days in a row. Changed my life. Made money you wouldn't believe. What do you guys think? Offend anybody yet? Get back to the basics. Financial IQ, financial literacy. You need some books? Ask me. You need mentorship? Ask me. You need to understand how to do multifamily deals using none of your own money? Ask me. We're so obsessed with, I've got to learn everything there is to know about every single topic that there is to know. Get back to the basics. How can I help you? If you did that with your private money guys, if you did that with your buyers, if your relationship with your buyer was how can I bless you, you'd have so many buyers that are so loyal to you, you wouldn't have to go sneaking around doing shady shit. Some of you guys need to get out and wash your buyer's car. You need to walk their dog. You need to babysit their kid. You need to show up on a Saturday or a Sunday and help them paint for a little while. You need to run to the grocery store for them. Becoming a servant is going to make you guys so much money you won't know what to do with it. I don't know if you're religious. I know I just cussed like 55 times. I believe in God. I believe in relationship. And what I learned, my dad was a pastor growing up. Maybe that's why I get so fired up. My dad was a fiery pastor too. It's kind of fun. He'd get fired up from the pulpit and scare people off. It was pretty cool. What I learned from my dad in church was, how can I be a servant? Guys, I'm telling you, do that to your private money lenders. You're going to have millions of dollars in private money. Do that to your buyers. Do that to your sellers. Listen to me really quick. I know people are getting probably bored or whatever. You guys want to go watch Netflix or whatever the hell you guys do. Listen to me really quick. Whether I do the deal or not, I will dedicate my time to helping a seller. You hear me? Money out of the equation, whether I do the deal or not. Whether I make money on the deal, I'm going to serve you. Maybe you do need a cash buyer. Great. I know somebody. Maybe you need a real estate agent. Great. Here's an agent's phone number that I work with on a daily basis. She can help you. Your house isn't ready, it's not ready to be sold yet. Great. I know some phenomenal handymen that can help you. You just need some advice? Great. I've got some advice. You want to get educated? Great. Here's 15 ebooks that I wrote that are going to help you. Here's all my different blog posts. Here's my podcast that will help you. You need the groceries brought from your car to your house? Great. Let me help you. Why do I do that? I know some of you guys think I'm full of shit right now. Why do I do that? For those of you guys that catch this, we got, 21 people viewing live right now. On average, these live shows get about 5,000 views. Out of the 5,000 people that are watching this, if only a couple of you do this, you will radically change your life. Why do I bless the seller no matter what? Here's why. A good review reaches 100 people. A bad review reaches 250 people. So if I help 100 people a month that refer me to 100 people, that's 10,000 people a month. That's 120,000 people a year. You're so obsessed that your marketing isn't reaching as many people. Just go out and start blessing people. That's 120,000 people a year. Good review. Bad review is 250 on average. Think about it, guys. Why are some people doing deals and other people aren't? Why are some people shady and other people aren't? Bless people, serve people. My mom and dad just showed up at my house. I can hear them at the door. Guys, I love you. I appreciate you. If you're not subscribed to the podcast, go do it. Multifamily Mafia. It is on every podcast platform in the world. I'm also on YouTube. And like I said at the beginning, we have a brand new TV channel. Our Instagram is at The Kingdom Real Estate. I'm going to throw that up on the screen. At The Kingdom Real Estate. Instagram, we have a new TV channel. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you found value today. I will be back next week at 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday.